Well, good morning. After last night's disappointment with the sound, I've decided to have a bit of a go this morning and try and play through the set that I did last night, plus some of the ones that were missing due to the sound problem. So I hope you enjoy. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Oh, God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. About you for our mind. We'd like to help you learn, help yourself. Look around you all, you see our sympathetic eyes. Stroll around the ground until you feel our home. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hide it in a hiding place that no one ever goes. In your pantry with your cupcakes. It's a little secret, just the Robinsons' affair. Most of all, you've got to hide it from the kids. You, Mrs. Robinson, Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting on a sofa on a Sunday afternoon, to the candidates debate. Laugh about it, shout about it when you've got to choose. Any way you look at it, you lose. Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio? Nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Ooh, what's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Jolton Joe's left, gone away. Hey, hey, hey. Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel. So I'm using a bit of a different setup this morning. I've scrapped the iPad and we're on the laptop with a separate camera and the mics. So let's hope that it works. Okay, Solitary Tale. Never let your girlfriend dance with your best mate. Tennessee waltz when an old friend happened to meet. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my old friend stole my baby from me. Remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. I know now just what I have lost. I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. I wonder like the Tennessee waltz could have broken my heart so complete. But I cannot blame my darling, 'cause who could help falling in love with my baby so sweet? Remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. I know now just what I have lost. I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. I remember the night in the Tennessee waltz. I know now just what I have lost. I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Oh, the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Tennessee Waltz, old song. Okay, so this is a Nancy Griffith song. It's called Love at the Five and Dime, and the Five and Dime stores in America, which were stores a bit like I suppose our Poundland now. Whoops. Only sold items for $5 cents and 10 cents. So 5 cents and 10 cents, which is a dime, and 5 and dime. And one of the pioneers of the 5 and dimes was somebody called F.W. Woolworth. And Woolworth's stores, which now sadly disappeared. And I think every teenager of in the 1960s and 70s had Saturday jobs at Woolworths. My sister certainly did. My sisters certainly did. So yeah, it's a great Nancy Griffith song called Love at the Five and Dime. Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. She made the Woolworth counter shine. Eddie was a sweet romancer, a darn good dancer. They waltzed the aisles at the Five and Dime, and they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. This is closing time and love's on sale tonight at this Five and Dime. Eddie played the steel guitar and his mama cried as he played in the bars. Kept young Rita out late at night. So they married up in Abilene, lost a child in Tennessee. Still our love survives. And they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. This is closing time and love's on sale tonight at this Five and Dime. One of the boys in Eddie's band took the shine of Rita's hand, so Eddie ran off with the bassman's wife. Oh, but he was back by June, playing a different tune, recording Miss Rita back by his side. And they'd sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. This is closing time and love's on sale tonight at this Five and Dime. Eddie played in the barroom band till arthritis took his hands. Now he sells insurance on the side. Rita has a house to keep. She writes dime-store novels. Her love's so sweet. They dance to the radio late at night and still sing, dance a little closer to me, dance a little closer now, dance a little closer tonight, dance a little closer to me. Cause it's closing time and love's on sale tonight at this Five and Dime. Rita was 16 years, hazel eyes and chestnut hair. Eddie was a sweet romancer and a darn good dancer. They waltzed the aisles at the Five and Dime. They waltzed the aisles at the Five and Dime. Five and Dime, Nancy Griffith. Okay, so I did a little tribute last night to a great singer around the folk scene for many years called Kieran Halpin. My a little blip on the recording there. I'm not deemed to get this perfect. The laptop screen went blank on screensaver, I was presuming that it was carrying on recording, which it did. But then I got up to switch the screen on and it stopped recording. So I'll edit that bit together. So this was my tribute to the great singer Kieran Halpin, who sadly died last week. So this is one of his best known songs. Well, I've been too long away from your loving, too long my back to the wall. I've been to some faraway places with nothing to show for it all, and I've been too long away from this country, too long not heeding your call. Now I'm home like some war-weary soldier, with nothing to show for it all. And I've been to the sights and showcases, your great city halls, men in black suits and no faces, with nothing to show for it all. And I've been too long away from this country, too long not heeding your call. Now I'm home like some war-weary soldier, with nothing to show for it all. And I've heard all the stories they sell you, oh, some I can barely recall. And it's hard when the tide turns against you, and it's all you can do not to fall. And I've been too long away from this country, too long not heeding your call. But now I'm home like some war-weary soldier, with nothing to show for it. And I've taken the jibe and the jester, and laughed the joke through it all. He said, get back to the place that you came from. You've got nothing to give after all. And I've been too long away from this country, too long not heeding your call. Now I'm home like some war-weary soldier, nothing to show for it all. Now I'm home like some war-weary soldier, nothing to show for it all. Too Long Away, Kieran Halpin. Okay, I'm going to continue now with a Townes Van Zandt song. Bit of a sad song. These American writers, they There's one or two songs similar, in a similar vein to this, about young ladies of the night who died tragically, and then people realised that they were quite nice people. So it's called Tecumseh Valley. The name she gave was Caroline, daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, it seemed to me. Sunshine walked beside her. She came from Spencer, across the hill. She set apart the center, for the coals low, and soon the snow would turn the sky to winter. She said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favor, for a dime a day and a place to stay. She turned her hands to labor. But times were hard, Lord, and jobs were few, all through Tecumseh Valley. But she asked around, and a job she found tending bar, Gypsy Sally. She saved enough to get back home. The spring replaced the winter, but her dreams were denied. Her heart died. The word came down from Spencer. So she took to whoring out in the streets, with all the lust inside her. There was many a man returned again to lay himself beside her. Found her down beneath the stairs that led to Gypsy Sally, and in her hand when she died was a note that cried, "Fare thee well, Tecumseh Valley." The name she gave Caroline, daughter of a miner. The ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. Tecumseh Valley by the great Townes Van Zandt. Okay. It's a Dougie MacLean song that is possibly one of the most covered sort of recently written folk song, or recently, it's quite old now, but one of the most covered singer-songwriter songs. Everybody's done it. Well, I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. I've been telling old stories, singing songs, make me think where I came from, and that's the reason why I feel so far away today. Oh, let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it'll make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. And I have moved and kept on moving, proved the points I needed proving, lost some friends I needed losing, found others on the way. And I have tried and kept on trying, stolen dreams there's no denying, travelled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it'll make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. Now I'm sitting here before the fire, an empty room, a forest choir, flames that could not get any higher. They've withered now, they're gone. But I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I'm to do tomorrow. Kisses blown and hands are shaking, and I will disappear. Oh, let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it'll make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. Oh, and let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it'll make me more than sad. Caledonia has been everything I've ever had. Caledonia, you've been everything I've ever had. Caledonia by Dougie MacLean. Okay, so this one didn't make it last night because of all the panic. It's a great song. I've got 5 minutes, sneak a cigarette, 5 minutes to myself. Back behind the screen doors of Angie's luncheonette. I ain't got time to worry about my health. Now my boss Angie said I'll smoke myself to death. Angie, she reminds me some of you. Back when I was Romeo, West Texas, Capulet, Montague. No, I don't think too much about you anymore. Well, we were much more than kids, and it was nearly 20 years ago that I shut and locked that door. And I've got 5 minutes, not much time to reminisce. Most nights I get home from work, I pour a glass of wine, sometimes 3 or 4 before I stop. Jessie makes a sandwich if I sleep through supper time. She leaves me on the couch to sleep it all off. Jessie's just turned 17, she's wild as she can be. There ain't nothing I can do. Last weekend she ran off to meet a boy in Tennessee, just like I used to run to you. Gave her hell when she came home that afternoon, mascara running down her face. It seems like history repeats itself, and it ain't up to you. And in 5 minutes, oh, your whole life can change. Angie's good to me, and I can see it in her eyes. She'd love to take your place. Something deep inside me just withers up and dies to make love to her and only see your face. Somehow I've let myself go gently down the stream, a fine example I have set between the living and the working and the ghosts that haunt my dreams. And I've got 5 minutes, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. Five minutes from the great Gresham Peters. Okay, we're getting there. This is a Carole King, Gerry Goffin song, and Gerry Goffin said that it was his lyrically most favourite song. This whole world people are just too much for me to face. I climb right up to the top of the stairs, and there my cares just drift out into space. Oh, on the roof it's peaceful as can be. Oh, and there the world below don't bother me. When I get home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. Get away from the hustling crowds and all the rat race noise down in the street. On the roof's the only place I know when you just have to wish to make it so. Oh, at night the stars put on a show for free. Darling, you can watch it all with me. Let me tell you that slap bang right in the middle of town I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. This whole world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof. There's room enough for two up on the roof. You and me up on the roof. Up on the Roof by Carole King and Gerry Goffin, and sung by the Drifters originally, I think, and many people have done versions of that. Okie dokie. So we're going to finish with the one I finished with last night when I was in a mild panic. So I hope it's been worth re-recording this, and I hope you enjoy it. Can't be bothered to watch it, that's fine by me anyway. So I meant to say last night that the trio, Bob, Al and myself, were intending to do another trio gig, broadcast, but with the new restrictions I'm thinking that's not going to happen for some time, but it is in the diary, well not in the diary but in the forward thinking, so we will look out for that, and we will be doing a trio broadcast again sometime, maybe at Christmas, maybe Christmas songs. And look out on Al and Bob's Facebook pages. I'm sure that they'll be doing some more gigs ad hoc. I don't think we've got a predetermined date at the moment, and I'll certainly be doing some more, and I'll try and get it right next time with the technology. This is a Jezelo song that we used to do in Pendragon years ago. When I was young, Father said to me, never take advice if it comes for free, 'cause you can have all the riches of the golden kind, but without the riches of your peace of mind, and you won't make whole bones. You won't make whole bones. You won't make whole bones yours. time slipping sand, time slipping sand. I sit and curse the time upon my hands. Oh, that north wind blows the song of the sea, the song it carries comes plain to me and says you won't make home, you won't make home, you won't make home, you'll see. And there's some folks, they make marks on me for rows and frowns, for rows and frowns. They say the only way is to get up when they turn you down. Oh, and everybody gave me the same advice: go sign up for a soldier's life. You won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you'll see. So I went to the army, everybody told me to do, told me to do. They said we'd like to make a soldier out of you. But before I put my name upon that line, Father's words came to me in time and said you won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you'll see. Said your guns and your drums are for the likes of me, the likes of me. The future may be bleaker than bleak can be. And you talk of many owing much to few. All I wanted was a job to do. You said you won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you won't make old boys, you'll see. So you people, power position, I tell you beware, tell you beware of your facts and your figures, tell you what, when and where. 'Cause all your facts and your figures are lights to me. Don't try to tell me how my life should be. Oh, you won't make old boys, 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 you'll see. Thank you. And if you've got this far, thanks for your patience. Sorry about last night. I enjoyed redoing it again this morning, a bit more relaxed. Thanks again. Keep safe, keep following the guidelines, and we'll see you soon.